Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Hearthstone. We are into episode 2 of our deck rebuilds after the League of Explorers being done. I just click that and close that right there, since I am done with the League of Explorers. So we will be rebuilding our Paladin deck. Now, last time we did the Mage deck, not a lot changed. You can see through the Hearthstone deck tracker the cards that I have now. It is mostly around, I guess, summoning recruits. It's pretty true to what the uh, Paladin deck would be. And we're gonna try and stay as true to that as possible. Let's see. So, bye-bye to the old Paladin deck, and start a new one here. That's the way we want to do it. And then let's just click here and look at the League of Explorer add-ons. Seven Murlocs that died in this game. Anything can happen. So heavily pushing me now. Paladin and Murlocs apparently are intertwined. That is strange. Set of minions, health and attack to 3? Well, maybe. Whenever your opponent has at least 3 minions and plays another, destroy it. No, I don't think I'd play that secret for one. That's like a good trap against another paladin and a terrible trap against most other players. Most people know that if you play a 4th character, you're asking for trouble. So I'm getting pushed really here to go and play a Murloc deck here. Which, interestingly enough, that might be helpful in general because a Murloc deck that's not one of my other decks would be kind of useful. If your deck contains no more than one of any card, don't think I'd really do that. And we have the Archthief for Fam. I'll put him in the deck because I still want to see what he does. But so, because the Paladin cards really haven't added anything, it's now straight down to thinking maybe just making a Murloc deck. That's the only card that has even really caught my interest. The Keeper of Ultimon, maybe. Unless there's a lot of characters that have Battle Cry. Let's see. Battle Cry, you give a friendly minion Divine Shield, deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle, change an enemy's attack to 1, your civil and recruits have +1. Let's see. Paladin's all about doing damage to everybody or powering up everybody. Summon a random Murloc. Again with the Murloc Knight. So, kind of what a true to let's see, Silverhand recruits here, here, and here for that. That and that. And then let's see. What else would I throw in here? as choices. Let's see. Start at the beginning. Give a minion +3 attack. Yeah, when something dies, give it +3/+2. Minion eye for an eye. Divine Shield. Noble Sacrifice, I'll play. Change the minion's attack to 1. Maybe I'd play Avenge. We'll throw it in there to begin with. Reveal minion in each deck. No, I wouldn't play that. Give a friendly minion Divine Shield. Wouldn't play that. I would play this guy because he's pretty good. Give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield. Maybe play that. Deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle. Sword of Justice, I'll throw one in there since I have one. Definitely like Blessing of the King. Definitely like Consecration. Maybe a little bit of that. 2 of these, kill Keeper of the Oldemon. Double a minion's attack. They were at 30. So I'm gonna get rid of this and put that in there. Draw 2 cards. Whenever you summon a mech. Nope, nope. None of those. Restore 6 to your health. I think I need to play that guy. Because right now we really don't have any taunt guys. Let's see. At all. This guy's Divine Shield, Taunt, Death Rattle equip. That totally would play him. So what we're missing is taunts. So I guess I would want an owl. At least one owl. Can we squeeze an owl in here? I will take Sword of Justice out and put in an owl. And then I would want... Where is it? The one that gives them +1/+1 and taunt. I can just type in the word taunt and find him. A little bit easier. Let's see. Here he is, Defender of Argus. Let's see, we need a 4 to go. Consecration is out. We'll take one of those out. And let's see. And Avenge out. Put that in. So we're still kind of missing a 1 spell creature. Is there nothing in our decks that would work as far as a 1 creature? I'm seeing all these spells, but no minions. So who would I pick? Something maybe like the target dummy. Maybe the abusive sergeant. Maybe Goldshire Footman. Seems like he would be a paladin character, but he's a neutral character, so maybe. He's not very useful, but let's see. Instead of a noble sacrifice, I'll put 2 Goldshire Footmans in. lowly squire. Oh yeah, let's take the lowly squire instead of the footman, since he can be powered up. That makes sense. Shield bearer, maybe, but probably not. Yeah, I think lowly squire is the right one to play. In fact, I think lowly squire is actually a pretty good card to play in a lot of different ways. So now the question is, when we go into crafting mode, what is, for this deck, what is some cards that we would play if we had them? Well, this one, whenever a friendly minion dies with this in your hand, gain +1 attack. I've tried to play this card several times, it's never really worked out, so I thought I'd play it. Deal 8 damage randomly split among all enemies, maybe, but probably not. Destroy all minions except the each player's highest attack minion. Maybe that would work, but probably not. I think this one would probably not work more often than it did. Put one of each secret into your deck from your battlefield. Now, there is some kind of strategy there if you just had a deck full of secrets and you played this guy, but I don't think, even if you had 2 of every single secret, you played this guy somehow on the first turn and you got every other secret on the field, and then you played the second turn this guy again and you somehow, which I doubt you're allowed to do, I actually know you're not allowed to have 2 of the same secrets, but if you played this guy on your second turn and summoned the second copy of every secret in there, so that you had all the secrets available to you have been put on the field and activated and used, I'm still not thinking that that's going to be super helpful. I don't think that's going to win the game for you. Change all enemy minions attack to 1. I might play that. It's kind of interesting. But that's it for craftable cards there. Let's see. Spell damage, not useful. Destroy all of your minions, not useful. Use your hero power twice. Probably very useful to have this card, actually, if you think about it, for the paladins, since you're going to heavily be trying to summon paladins, silver hand recruits. That one's no good, that one's no good. That one's probably not good. If you had this character, you could probably build a significant deck around this. The Blood Knight, all minions lose Divine Shield, gain +3/+3 for each shield lost. So in theory there could be 6 characters with Divine Shield on your side, 7 on their side, so that would be 13. This would never really happen, but there could be 13 characters with the Divine Shield. You play this card, you would get 13 times 3, which would be 39 here, which would make it just a 42/42. That would be an incredibly powerful card for 3 mana. Of course, that also would probably be somewhere past your 10th turn. You could actually play something to get to that point, but when you really start to think about it, the reality is that you're probably only going to get 3 shields at most, and you're probably still going to be playing this the 4th, 5th, or 6th turn at earliest. So then it would be 3 shields would be 12/12, still pretty powerful for 4th, 5th, or 6th turn, if you could play that. So I would play it, but don't expect 42/42. That's really out too high for a realistic play. Whenever you target this minion with a spell, no, don't need that. Target that with a spell, wouldn't use that. Whenever you play a 1 attack minion, give it +2/+2. Absolutely would want this guy in my deck. as a paladin. That makes so much sense. Probably not going to use that. Probably not going to use this unless you go for a battle cry deck, which you could do. This guy, I think, Enhancer Mechanico would be good in almost every deck, but particularly the Paladin one. No to that one, no to that one, no to that one. And then we are starting to get up to the 5s. Would any of those be good? Nope. Nope. Not really. I mean, these cards, once you get past the 5s, any one of them would be good. You certainly could have Leroy Jenkins in any deck, but they're not really true to the character of the people. So I need Muko's Champion in there. I cannot believe I didn't think of that. Add a random spell. No, we won't use that. Whenever your hero takes damage, this one takes instead. Maybe charge Divine Shield if you were going for a Divine Shield build. Nope to that guy. Don't know about that one. Add a random Paladin card to your hand. Interesting that this is a neutral card. Grand Crusader. I think you would have that in your deck. A random Paladin card for a Paladin would be the only real time you'd really want to play that, I would think. No to this guy. Replace your starting hero power with a better one. Probably yes to that one in almost every deck. All minions have 50% chance of hitting the wrong enemy. Probably not. Reveal minion. If it costs more, gain taunt and divine shield. Maybe, but probably not. The whole jousting mechanic never really works for me because I don't have a lot of late play characters in decks. If it gets to the point where I can summon a 6, 7, or 8 minion, I've probably already screwed up. No to this one. No to that one. I'm trying to go a little bit faster this time. If you want to go a little bit slower, you could have seen these same cards in the last recording. Because I'm just really going through the same ones that I didn't have before again. No to all those. No to that. Maybe to this one, always. It's always a thought. Spell damage, not useful. Not useful. Not useful. Again, this Frost Giant is a great concept. You probably will use your hero ability a lot as a paladin, so I would consider that. And again, we're still having the visual bugs of this game. It's just always happening. They just don't fix it. They just don't fix it. Either that or I've done something to my game and it works perfectly fine for everybody else. I don't know. I doubt that's the case though. So, get away from crafting. And I want to get Muko's Champion in here. I think Muko's Champion is useful, so who are we going to take out? To see, we'll take out this guy. Silverhand Knight's not that useful, and put in Muko's Champion. So, that is our true to Paladin deck. Now the question is, do I want to do that? Or, if I spell Murloc correctly, I guess it's not L-O-C-K. It's L-O-C. Interesting. Or do I want to go with the Murloc deck? And I'm going to play the game here. But then I'm kind of thinking maybe Murloc deck. Because It would be so nice. And we do have a couple of new things as far as the Murloc. This one's a new Murloc. This one's a new Murloc from League of Explorers. It really gives you a couple more Murlocs to play with. And then we have Anything Can Happen is new from League of Explorers. And this guy is from the Grand Tournament. And we won't be able to play those cards if we don't make the Murloc deck into the Paladin deck. So let's play the Paladin deck as it is. And I'm not super happy with it, because there really isn't that much new stuff. Again, let me remind you, the Hearthstone deck tracker does not automatically update, so you're going to be seeing a slight comparison of the old deck versus what the new deck was that we just made.
Soul shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
So Lowly Squire, I believe, is the Grand Tournament card, but it is definitely a new addition, a good addition to the Paladin deck. I probably just didn't rebuild my Paladin deck after the Grand Tournament, which I guess I should have.
Pleasant feast of Wintervale.
He just says pleasant.
Happy feast of Wintervale, champion.
I say
One
happy.
day, I'll be a real knight.
Feast of Wintervale. Alright. Good, cool. Summon 3/1/1.
Reporting for duty.
And have a weapon
For
now.
justice.
We're using real swords.
I didn't realize this was a battle cry. Ooh, this is not as good of a card as I thought. Keeper of Uldaman, battle cry sets 1, 2, or 3/3. Could have done better. Let's see.
Well met.
To battle! To battle! To battle! For justice!
We're using real swords.
I'm doing pretty good right now, but I think that's just mostly because he hasn't played any cards yet. Why he's playing a bear. Alright, this guy's a big pain in the butt. There's literally no way to kill this guy except for silencing him. That's the only way. Let's see.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Shields up. Red alert.
Be purged. We're using real
For
swords.
justice!
So the Dreadsteed's a 1/1. Every turn, pretty much, he can go and kill one of my Silverhand recruits. Not a big deal, really, but slightly annoying. Or you can do something like that and try to get rid of my Divine Shield, which really isn't going to help him that much. You can do things like Shadow Flame. Let's see. Let's see. What?
Be purged.
Weapons ready.
We're using real swords.
Now, if I kill this guy now, he'll still be able to
For
attack
justice.
next turn.
Job done.
So it's not like you can get him summoning sickness back or anything like that. This is the only demon he's played so far. Power overwhelming works rather well. Let's see. I definitely want to do this.
Reporting for duty.
And
Reporting for duty.
I guess I'll play this.
Be purged.
Weapons ready.
We're using real swords.
End the turn there. So this is kind of working out. I think this has more though to do about just his strange deck. I have a curse card, so I have to play this next turn, or I will take 2 damage each turn. Well, there's multiple different ways I could go about this. I could play this and attack. I could summon this and attack. Let's go ahead and do this,
Reporting for duty.
since this will be more funny.
We're using real swords.
The battle! The battle!
Muko's champion in particular, very useful. Oh, see, I see why his deck is so weird now.
To play with fire?
He's trying to do something like that. This and this,
Reporting for duty.
and I don't believe I have any more slots. So I will just play this card to get rid of it and
The battle!
attack the face.
The battle! The battle!
We're using real swords.
So full heal. Not that great, really. It didn't matter, did it? Because of the way his deck is built. It's just too strange. It's not using any real strategies. It's using this heal strategy way too much. I've thought about making decks like this, or somewhat similar to this, where you just try to keep the health up of a warlock because he's always losing health. It just isn't worth it.
You win this time.
Oops. And apparently I've won a game. I have some quests. I did not intend to actually do that. So that's the deck that would be true to the Paladin deck. There. And as you can see, we'd do alright. I think I'd get rid of this one and find something different to put in there instead. Probably, how about we take the noble sacrifice and put that in there. That'd be a good idea. But that's not the deck I want to end on. Instead, I want to do the Murloc deck. I think the Murloc deck is going to be more useful. To be able to put the Murloc deck in the Paladins slot helps, because then if I'm having difficulty winning, wish I had a second copy of this. That would be nice. There we go. 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. So we can see if I had one more of this and one more of this, I'd be at 29. And there would be only one more card. Well, two more cards to put in here. And let's see. So they've almost completely, with the Murloc, filled out the a 30 card just Murloc cards. It'd be nice if there was some trap or some well, we have one spell here that is focused around Murlocs, and then it'd be nice if there was one more trap here. I'm gonna take True Silver Champion as a weapon and a heal in one, and I guess I'll take Consecration as a damage to all the enemies. So this is almost pure just Murloc. I mean, 4 cards are not Murloc in this deck right now. And that is very interesting. Eventually, I suppose we will get over the level of Murlocs, and it'll be like, well, I don't want to play this 1-mana Murloc over a different 1-mana Murloc because this one's better, and I don't know how you're really gonna prove that. Of course, with a Murloc deck, the probability of getting to a 9th turn and actually playing this character is very low. So, Archfiend Raphael as an experimental character, not useful at all. Now, it is a little bit weird with the Murloc Knight, because every time you inspire, you're going to just summon a Silver Hand Recruit, which really does not work with the Murloc deck at all. That's just complete silliness. Come on, opponent, play. A play or disconnect or whatever you're going to do, just do it. So play this in the turn. That's first turn. How fast am I gonna win? It's almost like not even a question if I'm gonna win. It's like, how fast am I gonna win? Here we go. Play this and this, and end their turn. Done. The Murloc Knight is a Murloc in itself. Play this. Here we go. Third turn we do 7 damage. Summon a random Murloc. The random Murloc could be anything. There's a real good reason to bring this guy out. Here we go. Any fin can happen. I kind of want to wait till my 10th turn just to play that card. Job done. I really do. I want to just see if it plays a musical intro. Because, of course, this is the Anything Can Happen Lego song reference.
Tazdingo! Yes! Reporting for duty.
There we go. That is exactly what we wanted to see.
done.
So you could potentially fill your deck with just a bunch of Murloc War Leaders. So that was 5th turn. He gave up and conceded. I want to play again though. I want to see that anything can happen really work. I guess I was too obvious there that I was going to win. I may end up putting the Murloc deck in more than one character. I very well might. I would be missing out the Murloc Knight and the Anything Can Happen cards, which both seem like very powerful cards. I'm gonna not mulligan the thing. There's really no reason. Interesting. So this is a 1/1 Murloc too, so watch this move. I summon this. I can do this and then become more powerful.
Job done.
By 2+2+2 for sacrificing a 1/1. That's a pretty cool move. Here we go, we'll play this. Attack. End the turn. So she's either going to play a card. If she played like Arcane Missile, chance it would hit me twice, but not a great chance. Let's go ahead and play this. Attack the face. End the turn. I think this is the only side that was decorated for Wintervale. At least it's the only side one I've noticed so far, but I've pretty much mentally blocked out looking at any of these side art things.
What to do?
I'm gonna end it and not attack the face. I want to see if I can sucker him into going a little bit further. So...
Time runs out on me.
Alright. I'm gonna bring this one out and this one out. Go ahead and kill this one. And then play this and this. And then the turn. I'm playing a difficult game here of trying to make him think that he's going to actually win. How many Murlocs have I lost right now is the question. I need to make him think he can win somehow. So I could win right now. No doubt about it. 1, 2, here would make it 4, and that would hit him in the face. Let's see.
Job done.
I think this is as true to the thought as anything else, though, is that the anything can happen is a great card in theory, but you're not going to get to your 10th turn on a Murloc deck. It's kind of a pointless card in a lot of ways. It's if something horrible had happened to you. Let's see. I'm just going to end the turn. Maybe we can get the Archthief for farm. So I'm really letting them think that there's a chance.
Job's done.
Lose for kicks. Interesting.
The gates are open.
So, what does Archthief Reform give us for an artifact?
And Rafal, the supreme archaeologist.
So you have a 10, give a minion +10/+10, fill the board with 3/3 mummy zombies, deal 10 damage randomly among all enemies. This is interesting. I think I'll take this one. And I don't think I can do anything, so I'll end the turn. So Reform is interesting as a 9 character. At the end, he's gonna give you some powerful cards, it looks like. Will 10 damage split randomly hit the face? Almost certainly. He should hit this guy with this, and then he'll still be alive to stop this guy for one more turn.
The gates are open.
Ah, now he's got 2 of them. So,
Yes!
killed that guy. Let's see, this, this, and this,
Reporting for duty.
and in the turn. Excellent, excellent. He thinks he's won. He thinks he's won. He thinks he's somehow gonna turn it around, even though he's at 1 health. I can win this any turn I want. Timepiece of Horror. Unless he gets a considerable larger amount of people on the board. Of course, if one of those is counterspell, I guess that would mess me up, wouldn't it? I can't take too many hits, though.
Reporting for duty.
One of these very well might be counterspell, which that's gonna be a problem. Then that means I can't win. Also means anything can happen can't be played.
I wonder.
Ooh. Yeah, now that I think about it. cards do I have left? I have 13 cards left, and I still
Well
haven't
played.
gotten it. He must have gotten some really powerful
I'm sorry.
spell. Darn the luck. Darn the luck. But I could have totally won that. We see that. Win 2 games with Paladin? I did not win 2 games with the Paladin just then. So why did it give me credit for that? Because this game is buggy as all get out. That is why. Oh man. Maybe they're just changing the rules on us. Maybe it's not even win anymore. That'd be great. That would be great. Or maybe the game realizes that I could have won and I chose not to. Which that would be insane if the game could really recognize that and say if he had played this card he would have won. Because I really was the true winner there. I just let it win. So I kind of like the Murloc deck just as a final thought. But the Murloc cards that, if I can spell it right, the cards that are here, anything can happen is probably not realistic to have in your deck. Arch Thief Raphael seems like a thought for every deck, that he may just be the 9-mana card that you need in every deck if you need a 9-mana card in every deck, which you probably don't. True Silver Champion we never saw. Consecration's probably fine. I don't think there's much you could really do to improve on this. This is a Murloc deck and it is almost a perfect Murloc deck. I'm missing a couple of Murlocs and that's it. It'll be interesting if we find out any of the other characters actually have Murloc cards specific to them too. In theory, you could, if you loved Murlocs, just play them in every single character slot. But that would probably get a little bit boring, and there is a few ways to beat Murloc decks. They're not perfect decks. Not impossible to beat decks. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.